I don't want any names right now. I don't care. I'll give you a pass. Don't do it again. There will be consequences next time. You insult us like that.
I know. It hurts.
There will be. And I still do want the names. All right, we're going to get to the good part. Logan and Mike's big beef. Let's hear about this, and we'll decide, are they friends or are they fucking over?
59-25.
59-25. Here we go. 59-25. See what happens here. The big fallout. This could be the end. Mike is moving into the FaZe Banks Community Center. You seen this place? And Logan hates that, by the way. You know, moving in with another YouTuber. All right, so let's see what happens.
Chew.com, promo code Logan to receive your first month free.
They taste great, too.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
They do have Niall Bread Batch running a lot of the promotions.
He's sharp.
And dude, that kid,
He's sharp. We love Niall.
I always shout him out. Great guy.
I hope it does. It's tough.
He likes you more than me.
Why?
I think Niall likes me more than.
Oh no, he
Niall.
loves you. It goes you and me. You want to know how I know?
Audio's all over the place. Sorry.
Let's tackle this right now.
Okay.
Let's tackle this right now.
It was a rough week for me. The Dick Rider comment was heating up. The internet was upset.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to keep it on the
Listen
low.
to this.
Real low.
So this is creepy. So the internet was upset. They were upset about,
So
remember?
they were talking about the Bread Batch, which is just like this gossip page and
Okay.
who he likes more. And then Mike brought up this story.
Yes, and the story, of course, is, remember, Mike talked shit about Logan, said that he fakes things so that people like him. Logan, that was his last straw with Mike, and he wrote that big post about how Mike is a liar, and then the post was deleted, right?
He's about to tell the story.
Okay, he's going to tell the story, but that's what I'm setting up, because it is hard to follow. I had to rewind this a few times. So Mike actually wrote to the guy who reposted this screenshot and asked him to delete it. Now, I don't know why Mike would even admit that live, so watch this.
I was upset. I was trying to keep it on the low. Real low. Because it was just one Instagram comment. No one knew except for 340 low gangs.
So he said it was just an Instagram comment. Nobody knew except for a few people. He was trying to keep it on the low, he says.
I bet you'd like that.
Shameful.
Niall picked up on it. He posted a post that said Mike and Logan are beefing over some dick riding. Or alleged dick riding. That actually wasn't dick riding.
Just imagine that was the quote.
It was something like that.
Logan and Mike are mad for dick riding.
So I messaged Niall. I go, hey, man. I go, yo, hate to ask you to do this, bro, but like I'm really trying to fix this behind the scenes. Like, I think Logan, you know, he probably shouldn't have brought this to the mainstream, but he wanted to prove a point, and it turned into a whole thing.
Hold on. Let me finish my... Wait, you brought it to the mainstream, you fucking moron.
Okay.
Whoa. Wait a second. You brought it to the mainstream, you fucking moron. And you know when Logan means business when he calls people a fucking moron. Yeah. Like that. That's when he's real. And Big Mike's got that big $1 million Swiss cheese smile on his face. You know? And Logan had to wear glasses today because he didn't even want to look at this guy in the eye.
Yeah.
No, I just mean,
Jake was right.
I just no wait, and we'll touch on that. But I thought at the time that I was saying something just like shooting the shit, whatever, and then it turned into a very major thing. So I hit him up and I was like, you know, if you could just, I mean, no one gives a fuck about me and Logan fighting. Dude, come on, just take the post down. 2 seconds later, it's gone. Right? I'm like, all right, that was easy. I love Niall. We talk.
Niall.
Well, we like to
Niall,
call him
Niall.
Niall.
Yeah.
He all of a sudden so me and Logan are texting back and forth. He goes, meow.
Shut up. This is all horseshit.
I love this guy. It's not his name.
No, that's what we call it. That's what we always call
Meow.
it.
That's such an LA thing to do. Love the guy. Niels. Nope, not his name.
I can't believe Jake allows Janko to just hover around him with all this. Like, shouldn't Jake fucking hate Janko? Isn't that funny that they're
He's too
friends?
delightful to hate.
Isn't that crazy?
How could you hate him?
Dude, I love Janko. Look at Jake's face as he gazes at Janko. I mean, really, you'd never think a guy like Jake would be anywhere caught dead with Janko. Look at that.
He touches people's hearts.
Janko's hilarious, dude. Can I have more scissor, please? All right.
George, it's a very serious topic.
It's not.
So Logan texts me, he goes, and just so you know, I've asked y'all to put the post back up.
So Logan messages the guy and asks him to put the post back up. He wants the world to see this post. Wow.
And I go, now let's see where the loyalty lies.
The audience.
And within 5 seconds, that post was back up.
I said, did you delete that post? He goes, yeah, Mike said you keep it behind the scenes. I said, you fucking put that shit back. Mike needs to feel the repercussions of the Bread Batch Army.
See? Put that post back up. Mike needs to feel the repercussions. Now they're saying it all goofy. I explained that already. It ain't funny, Mike. The only reason Mike isn't crumbling right now is because he's got a whole new life with FaZe Banks coming up. You don't care.
Bro, how is
Coming for his fucking throat.
the Bread Batch is like one of the most powerful pages on the
it's
internet.
crushing it. Crushing it. But we Jake.
More powerful than you? How? Look at him. Everything he looks at crumbles. Maybe there are people who aren't afraid of him. Press 1 if you're not afraid of Jake.
Thanos now, like
to,
the most
yeah, to me, this is
powerful person
Thanos
in the universe.
The last person I was this afraid of was Danny Woodward.
Yeah.
Danny Woodward. Oh my God! Wait, we have Woodward. We have nothing to fear.
Oh, yeah.
Woodward's the only one who could.
He's been banned from Facebook for so long. I almost forgot we had him for protection.
We need Woodward versus Jake. That's a fair
Woodward would
fight.
win easy.
That's because he'd have a motorcycle.
Oh, he has so many moves.
Not since Danny Woodward have I seen somebody so scary.
And he's not afraid
I mean,
to
literally,
break the
Jake
rules.
could beat up Jason. Jake could beat up Michael Myers. Jake, you know what I mean? Press 1 if you're not afraid of Jake, and then send me a picture of what you are. Would you do that?
And just be honest. We're not
Seriously.
going to make fun of you.
For somebody says, I'm not afraid of Jake, can you send me a picture of yourself to show on the show? Not to make fun of you, but just to see who, because certainly there are bigger people than Jake, right? But are there more ferocious people out there that would claw through your body and just beat? Or maybe they are. Maybe there's millions of Jake. Of course there are. But as far as YouTubers go, you know. But yeah, he's very similar to Thanos as far as I'm concerned.
Me and you talked about this a little bit before. I'll just ask you straight up. You think I'm a selfish? Do you think I'm a selfish clout chaser still?
Wow, this is great. Mike goes to Jake. We've brought this up before. Do you think I'm a selfish clout chaser still? That's what he asked Jake, because Jake called him that. Remember, we covered that. Once upon a time, Jake called him that. So here he is on camera asking Jake Paul, do you think I'm a selfish clout chaser? Let's see what Jake says.
And also parlay it into that comment. and also, now this is me putting myself on the cutting board here.
Okay.
We talked about this a little bit earlier.
Fair. I'm going to be very fair here. I'm going to try to be very fair.
No,
Wait, before you do that, I'll plug my mic.
I don't think you mean to be.
Whoa! So he is. There we go. Live, uncensored, Jake Paul. Am I a clout chaser? Jake, am I a clout? I don't think you mean to. I've never seen Jake so cautious.
Well,
oh my God, look at his face.
Out the best in
yeah,
him.
the Xanax. This is what it is. It's Xanax. And look at his face right now. Look at that guy. You're not going to win. You are not going to win against him. Let's hear some more.
But you are.
I think it happens naturally when people start to get, fame, clout, money. You just want more and more and more, and it's a natural thing. I see it happen to fucking everybody.
So far, we've got a lot of people saying they're not afraid of Jake, but they are afraid to send their picture. Imagine being more afraid to send your picture into Red Bar than of Jake. That's why
That's
I know
nice.
you're lying. I'm not afraid. Then send the picture. And don't Google Bruce Willis and send that in. How are we going to prove it's you? Too afraid to send the picture, not afraid of that? Yeah, right. That's backwards.
It happen all the time. Team 10, I don't think you mean to be, and I think you have good intentions.
Listen.
But I definitely do think you bit the hand that fed you.
Wow. I think you bit the hand that fed you. And now Mike's going to manipulate through and try. But you know what? The truth is out there. Logan called you a liar. Jake's calling you a liar and a clout chaser. You bit the hand. At this point, it does not matter what Big Mike swindles us with. Logan would not say that if he didn't have to, right? Imagine what Mike would have to have done to Logan for Logan to say that. Logan does not want to lose another friend. This is the last thing Logan ever wanted to have to say to the public.
That comment?
Yes. And I don't think I would be friends with someone if someone in my circle sort of said something like that about me.
Wow. Jake wouldn't be friends with somebody if they said something similar to what Big Mike said. And Jake is friends with some scary, dairy people. I mean, Jake is friends with that guy who owns that spray-painted house in Vegas. That fat guy with the beard.
Yeah, Armani.
He's done like 800 crimes.
He's the reason that he got searched by the
Armani.
FBI.
Jake's friends with Armani still. Have you met Armani? So the fact that Jake wouldn't be friends with Big Mike anymore is crazy. I mean, think about the people Jake's friends with now. Tana Mongo, Erica Costel, who is probably the most evil YouTuber we have that nobody knows about. Let's hear some more.
And
After that.
I get
but
that.
you guys
Me and
have
him
a very
I got that, and I got
crazy
that.
relationship. It's rocky.
You see how big? And I got that. I got
See,
that.
he's amazing at just getting
He's
past
amazing,
things
yeah.
amicably.
Yes.
The perfect salesman.
And that must drive Logan nuts.
All over
He has
the place.
pink eye.
He does have
But I do
conjunctivitis.
think.
Yeah, they're saying Armani. Yeah, he's a sex trafficker. They're
That's
saying.
the only guy, by the way, who sent his pic.
Oh,
But
we got a
he's
pic.
not scared of Jake.
Okay, let's see a guy who's not scared of Jake. His name is Mike Sioko. And let's take a look at him. Oh, my God. Okay, come on. Well, then you need to be put under watch. Dude, you got to
Do you have a death
look at this
wish?
guy. I ain't scared of Jake. We didn't ask if you were retarded. We asked if you were scared. This guy isn't scared. He's just a regular guy behind the wheel of a car. Oh, come on! You're wasting my time. I'm not scared of Jake. I'll hit him with an E string. He's holding a guitar here. I mean, really, come on. This is pathetic.
Maybe
right.
he has some amazing
That's very
plan to
funny, though. I hope you were
outsmart him.
kidding. I hope you were kidding. Here we go. Ooh, look at Logan's face. He don't find any of this funny. Look at that. I can't even frown that hard. Look at that frown. That really goes down like a Mexican mustache. He's quite fitting, isn't it?
I do think you are a hardworking guy who is trying to further your career and expand your audiences and continue to grow. And I think you maybe...
You see, and now you can see these people in the chat who say this shit. They're full of horse shit. You see this? You know, we always take people in the chat. We really, listen to these people. That's why I said everybody should have their photo next to their name all the time, like a real full photo of them next to their name. You really wouldn't listen to what that kid was saying in the chat. Because in the chat, you're like, oh, look, he's probably some huge tough guy. And then you look at him, he's some crazy fucking incel.
He was a cute guy.
A cute guy, but I mean, really, that's what I mean. These chats, these comments, you can't take any of it seriously.
don't want to feel like Logan helped you become who you are today, because that's natural. It happens to every artist and every influencer that gets brought up underneath someone.
That's one part I'll challenge you on, because I'm very clear about that. Logan's the reason I have the platform. He saw something in me and said, yo, this is somebody that I want to be a part of my team, gave me an opportunity. I'm very clear about that any podcast I go on.
Got you.
And I'll say, and I've said that in front of any, I've said that on that same podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Big whoop.
We talked about it earlier today.
Hey, big whoop.
I'm very different. I'm very different than
Listen to
everybody
this.
else in the space.
I'm very different than anybody else in this space. This space. As if there's nobody over 30 on YouTube.
But this is part of his excuse. It's all built in.
Oh, wait till you hear this.
I'm 36 years old. I come from a much different place than everybody else that I exist around.
The streets?
And I act very, very differently. I have a loud mouth. I say whatever the fuck comes to my mind. And sometimes that bites me. And on that show, I said something that I thought was funny in the moment.
No. There was no comedy behind. I wish we had the clip. Does anyone have the clip of what he said
Yes.
about Logan?
I do.
On that podcast. This is like Brian Callen trying to confuse people thinking he was canceled for jokes when it was canceled for alleged rape. This is Big Mike now saying what I said on that podcast. Sometimes I make really edgy jokes.
Here, search Mom's Basement on Spotify.
Okay.
And then go to
Times that bites.
4350.
Wait.
And
So he's trying to play it off. Here's the big lie. It was a joke. It wasn't a joke. Let's hear it again. Keemstar, do you mind if I play this? Mom's Basement, starring Keemstar, Face Banks, and Big Mike. Let's see this. Oh, Mike. Okay, what time?
4350.
Okay. 43.
Everyone's playing. Everybody's
Oh, there's Face Banks. Took it hot. If you think Big Mike's bad, wait till you meet Face Banks. 4350. Sorry, it's hard to do. Okay, 4329. Let's hear.
politics, right? Like, no one's talking about
politics hard. You know that's like a California SNL joke. Remember the Californians? They're nothing compared to Face Banks.
dude who, like, has a centered take on everything. Like, yeah, like, I think, you know what I mean? Like, a boring, just a normal person.
yeah, being on one
We're not
side
gonna
or the
talk
other.
about that.
Being on one side or the other
Yeah.
of
This is what your podcast sounds like on Spotify that you're making millions of dollars from? Listen to this. Sounds like I'm doing it over my walkie-talkie in my Jeep.
fence
We're
talking about right
the
now
dude
is
who has the fucking...
no, because it's conducive to business here and to this business and to the
Yeah,
internet
yes.
culture. Like, here's the thing, dude.
Clickbait.
Here's the thing, man. I get shit on even on impulsive sometimes and our impulsive comments because I sit very.
Does this sound like the setup of a huge funny joke? Let's hear what he says. This is what Mike claims was just a stupid joke.
Opposite an extremely, extremely conservative George, who's very traditional, very.
Wait, George is extremely, extremely conservative? Yikes. Does George want people knowing that? Extremely, extremely conservative George. If you have two extremelies, aren't you an extremist at that point? George is like so extreme. I think gay people should be killed. Don't tell anyone, though. Like George is like that. Wow, I had no idea.
In Christianity, in marriage, in all of the traditional
Is he
beliefs.
really?
But you agreed with George that Harry looked kind of goofy in that dress.
I provided a different
Harry?
viewpoint. Harry
I
Styles.
could not believe this is the official audio from Spotify. That is insane. Keemstar, can I come over and fix your audio for a few $1 million?
The dress with the dress thing. I provided a differing viewpoint because I'm going to be honest with you.
Listen.
There are a lot of times where Logan can be a dick rider on shit, and I was providing a fucking on stuff like that. Like if Logan, I'm gonna be honest, if Logan sees an opportunity with a celebrity of that stature of Harry
I'm going
Styles,
to be
he's
honest.
gonna
Wait. I'm going to be honest.
Like, this is not a
You
joke.
just said, I'm going to be honest. You just signed off. That's basically a verbal contract. Logan is a dick rider? Hold on, I hope I didn't go back too far. I did go back
Just
too
click
far.
the 15 buttons
Oh,
instead
okay.
of moving the
This
thing.
one? Right here?
I mean, that skips ahead and back 15 seconds.
Okay, let's try.
Who has the fucking...
no, because it's conducive to business here and to this business and to the
Yeah,
internet
yes.
culture. Like, here's the thing,
Clickbait.
dude. Here's the thing, man.
Listen.
I get shit on even on impulsive sometimes and our impulsive comments because I sit very opposite an extremely, extremely conservative George, who's very traditional, very rooted in Christianity, in marriage, in all of the traditional
Is he
beliefs.
really?
But you agreed with George that Harry looked kind of goofy in that dress.
I provided a differing
Harry?
viewpoint. Harry Styles with the dress thing. I provided a differing viewpoint because I'm going to be honest with you. There are a lot of times where Logan can be a dick rider on shit, and I was providing a fucking on stuff like that. Like if Logan, I'm gonna be honest, if Logan sees an opportunity with a celebrity of that stature of Harry Styles, he's gonna say something on the podcast to squeeze it into the like he didn't come off that show, and I would say this directly to Logan if he was here, straight up, I would tell him he didn't come off
This is
that
worse
show
than
like, wow, we did a great job pushing for the wearers of male wearing of dresses. Like he did that because he knew it was gonna get clipped. It was going to give him, a hand up in
Obviously.
He knew he did that because he knew it was going to get. This doesn't sound like a joke of any sort. This is like when Brad Williams told a rape story, and now it's a joke.
Again, this is just this weird game that everyone's playing.
Okay, that's
And the other thing, I don't even think that Big Mike is necessarily I think he's kind of right about what Logan does, even if Logan doesn't
Yes,
realize it.
exactly.
Like, he does want to trend on Twitter
Yes.
for positive reasons
But
because
Logan
he
doesn't
wants
even
to
know it.
shed his old thing.
Exactly.
So it would be one thing if Big Mike was like, man, you do that.
Yeah.
Come on, it's just my opinion.
But here you go.
But this is what he's going to do.
I said the reason he's on our screen is because he's a liar and a con man. And you cut to 2 years later, and he's on our screen because he's a liar and a con man. You're not on our screen because you criticize Logan. You're on our screen because you're a con man. That's dangerous. Here's his lie.
I say whatever the fuck comes to my mind, and sometimes that bites me. And on that show, I said something that I thought was funny in the moment, and my business associate wasn't laughing at it.
Yeah, but that's not always an excuse. Like, you can't always just say, like, I have a
Of course
loud
not,
mouth and I just, like, say shit.
apologize, but also at the same time, like, if we were still talking, like, we're talking about it because you're here, and I thought it was a fun conversation to have, a fun exercise. But if me and him are still suffering under this fucking weeks later about some fucking stupid comment on a show, that to me seems a little dramatic. After all the shit we've been through, all the things he's ever said to me, yo, can we talk about this? Can we do this? What can we do? How can we do all the winning we've done? To have one stupid moment where I said something for a rise.
No, you did not say something for a rise. And Logan is sitting here like, you're really doing this now? So now you're going to call me a liar? Like, you're going to call me stupid? Look at him. He's sitting there like, dude,
he's disgusted.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Logan, use your boxing powers once in a while. If I was boxer, I'd be punching people to oblivion. You'd be seeing them fly 30 feet in the air. They never punch.
I'm gonna get serious for a second.
Listen.
I know, it's fine.
As if we're not already. This is serious.
Take the glasses off.
No.
All right, fine.
So, Sasha Banks glasses.
There it is.
Put these in my coffin.
Really? What's the brand?
WWE superstar.
Ignore this.
FaZe Banks glasses.
Sasha Banks. I love you, baby girl. You did great.
What's happening? I don't know.
Here's how I'm gonna get serious. Here's how I'm gonna get serious. All right. So you're right. Like, in an ideal world, and even in this world, which is ideal,
They're playing violence.
like, I got over it. I'm a man. Like, I can get over it. Like, you made a comment that was, a blatant lie, but okay, or whatever. You claim
lie.
joke.
We were all
Yeah,
laughing.
it's all fun and games, right? Yeah.
You
All
were
right, so-
laughing
No.
at Logan.
Keemstar was laughing. FaZe was laughing at Logan for being a dick rider. You weren't laughing at all. You said, to be honest, twice. You're going to tell that to Logan? Right to his face?
Before you say, let me just say one last thing on
Mike,
that note.
Mike.
You always
All
say
right,
that.
fine.
You
Oh, no,
always
you're
say
right.
that.
You're right. Go ahead.
Let me just say one last thing.
Whoa! No more one last thing, says Logan. He's sick of that.
Nah. So I can get over it, right? Like, I can. But why this one I
Listen.
felt was as serious and impactful to me as it was because I knew my subconscious couldn't. And I felt it for the first time this past weekend when something occurred, we won't say what, that, my knee-jerk reaction was, I want to tell my friends. Like, there's a bro
Listen to
moment. I want
this.
to tell my fucking friends, except this is like some top secret information I'd like to stay, tell people in confidence. And I didn't want to tell you.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because your interpretation of my truth is obviously not the truth.
Whoa!
And, like, that's where I noticed it for the first time. I was like, this is where it's going to affect me.
Wow.
My ability to open up and be fully transparent with you.
I completely see that. We've also been through this before. It took weeks to get
You
over.
completely see that
That
you're a
sucks.
liar. I mean,
You shouldn't
that's what I mean
completely
about
see
manipulation.
that about
Like,
yourself.
I completely see that and everything's cool. It's not. He's calling you a liar that he can't even tell secrets to anymore. And you're going, yeah, I completely see it. And yeah, we went over this and now we're just moving on and this happens to everyone. No. And Logan's
It's
sitting there like,
if
dude.
one of my friends ever said this to me, I would burst into
Yes.
tears.
And imagine the lengths your friend would have to push you for you to say this to 3 million people on the day of Jake Paul's big fight interview. To say that. Imagine the lengths. So let's hear some more.
The last time we had this situation, listen, once again, we are dramatically different people. You have just to throw it back, taken hundreds of shots that would be considered disrespectful.
Wow.
You brought a lie detector in to ask your friends if they ever thought about fucking my girlfriend. Like
the difference is none of them were lies on your behalf.
Listen,
in a
all
room
I'm
that wasn't
saying
surrounded
is-
by
all
your
I'm saying-
mortal enemy.
all I'm saying-
You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is this.
Keemstar.
There's always been...
His mortal enemy is Keemstar. You hear that, Keemstar?
Oh, man.
You're his mortal enemy, and I'm his mortal enemy. What about Triller? Hear me out, Triller. Me and Keemstar tag team Big Mike and Logan. I mean, Keemstar is Logan's mortal enemy. I'm Mike's mortal enemy. This
That
couldn't
would be amazing.
We both have beards. Me and Keemstar are friends. They're friends. Tag team, tag team, tag team. This is great.
Jokes that anybody, including myself, could have been hurt by that were always lined with humor. We do I said this to Jake earlier. We do, me and you, Jake, George, do a fantastic job walking a line between reality and entertainment.
Nope.
That day, I went a little bit too far on the entertainment side.
No.
It happens.
Look at Logan. Logan. Did you see what Logan's doing? That's what
He's ready to box.
That's what a boxer does when he's had it up to here.
That's why I think Big Mike is such a fascinating character, because hasn't everyone met somebody who's tried to talk them out of something in this way? And you're like, are you really trying?
And you can't
this
do
right
anything,
now?
and it's frustrating. And you
all
can't.
you have to do is kind of give up, because there's nothing you can do. They'll never.
Well, watch
stop.
this. Logan's going to do something. Let's watch.
If you never get over it, it's a burden I'll have to carry with me for the rest of my life. And that's sad. But it happened. I apologized. And that's where we're at. You know, I'm just a very you could do that to me 1,000 times, and I would always say, damn, that kid knows how to drive viewership. I would there would be nothing you could fucking
But
say.
you know I wouldn't do that because I don't lie.
Whoa! Yo, bro, you know why I wouldn't do that? Because I don't lie. Wow. Thank
He
you.
hates him.
Ah, twins. Let's finish this up. Wait till you see what Logan does at the end.
There would be nothing you could fucking
But
say.
you know I wouldn't do that because I don't lie on behalf of my friends' sentiment.
I get it, but
You know what I'm saying?
I really
Mic
do
drop.
believe at the time when I cannot believe we're still talking about this, and I know it's my fault because I wanted to bring Jake into it, but when I said it, I didn't know I was lying. Just making a fucking comment. That was it. You know?
Why are you smiling? Watch this. Watch what Logan does. So Logan takes his headphones up. This is so epic. So Logan's pissed. You saw him crack his neck, right? And Logan is watching this guy lie even more and try to, invalidate what really happened here and manipulate the fans. Watch what Logan does.
Oh, no,
Oh my
please.
God,
Not like
he's
this.
bringing
I
his
can't.
WWE
No,
shit.
please.
Oh, he's gonna stunner him. Oh,
He goes out to give him a handshake. So Logan stands up, takes his headphones off, puts his hand out. Look at Big Mike, by the way. Let's do a quick zoom on Biggie here. Big Mike ain't so sure about that, bro. He's from the streets. He knows. And look at Logan's face, man. I've seen this face, too, when I stole this gangster's girlfriend once. That's what he looked like to me. They do stuff like that. Look at that. That's what like a guy who wants to kill you does. Watch this.
What is this?
Well, in what context?
Oh, they're shaking hands.
Look at this. Watch this.
I thought it was a stunner.
Why would you say that?
And he does some sort of wrestling move where he backflips and knocks Mike to the floor. Look at that. Refusing to shake. I mean, that's what Logan, believe me, wants to annihilate him at this point. Let's see that again, and let's see how Mike gets off the floor.
Why would you say that?
Look at this.
All right, thanks for watching.
And look at Logan. I want to show you something. Logan ain't laughing. Watch.
All right,
Look at Logan's face.
thanks for watching, Impulse.
Logan's face is still in fight mode. Logan's making a face where he's ready to do more if he had to right now.
The #1 episode. I fucked it up.
Number one episode.
The one
Stanima.
Shut up.
Stanima.
So
All
loud.
right,
That's
good luck,
them.
Jake.
Here we are.
I don't think the episode is over.
Okay.
Is it over?
No, it's not over. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
We're just getting warmed up.
It's getting started.
No, it's not over.
That was from the feedback we got from your
Big Mike is shook.
experience.
Watch.
That was probably one of the best first wrestling, like first time in a wrestling situation.
Like he can't even really make out the words. He's still trying to spew his bullshit to make it all look right. But you could see in his face, he's like physically shook, and his brain isn't allowing him to like connect his words. Watch, you know.
Experience. That was probably one of the best first wrestling, like first time in a wrestling situation, stunners that you pulled off. What mine was horrible.
What?
Bad Bunny beat us both. Did you see Bad Bunny in the
They're talking
WWE?
about Logan on WWE.
Okay, but still, Mike is very physically shaken. All right, are we done with this up now? Let's show you the big thing. This is what y'all came out for. Big Mike threatens me. Yes, this same guy. And we're going to hear how he really feels about all this coverage of mine here today. I'm very excited to show you this. This is what I live for. And this is Big Mike and Logan on Impulsive with, you know, this could be the next Big Mike. His name is Jeff Wittick. Could be the next Big Mike if he doesn't shape up real quick. All right, I'm watching you with it.